It's a really good ward. Smoke's gonna pop. Oh, good reaction.
So quick. And Celery, I think, has been the MVP.
Hang on, they're coming.
GG so far.
Smoke's gonna pop. Ollie's in a really peculiar position where they can just blow up the support. A quick guaranteed kill onto an easy opportunity. Gives them a 4v5 and potentially more as well as Q's gonna go down. These are the heroes without buyback. Savage.
No, Savage, he trapped himself.
He can BKB and TP, but you got to make a call pretty shortly. He's going to TP now. Does Ace disrupt the charge? Won't stop him, but dude, now no one's there.
Get the guy that died back.
No one is with jabs. It's just Mikoto as well. But the Invoker, he also needs to get out of danger. That is a disastrous team fight. The worst thing that could possibly happen. Is Savage is going to try and do whatever he can, but one crit, jump over the top. Dyrachyo will not let Savage get back to the base. And now they sense blood in the water. Mikoto as well. You could not have had anything worse happen for Talon. And now as a result, Mikoto, they'll catch up to him as well. Buybacks are used instantly. I guess at least the lanes are in an okay position, but my oh my.
You see exactly where they're going, right? Mikoto goes bottom, Savage goes top. Try and shove out these lanes as quickly as you can. I'd love to be able to just drop that Mjolnir buff onto somebody that you can't show yourself. This is ballsy, Savage. You got to get the hell out of there. But they might not even care. They've got the creeps. 3 is enough. They're just going to go up onto that high ground. Buyback's coming up shortly.
None.
50 seconds until the AA and a minute until the PA. So Dyrachyo feels confident in being able to go for this all-in style push.
They've got Glyph, but it's a miracle hold. Gladiator's one fight away of getting some revenge when Talon knocked them out of Riyadh. Let's see what the combo is going to be. Oh, it's not on the mark. You tried to set up with a tornado. They're just going to go for the throne. Dyrachyo might die to the Sunstrike. That's a big start. Mikoto's putting in work in the defense. Ace will try and turn to Savage, but Q kicks him right next to the fountain. That is the damage they need to bring down the Primal Beast as well, and they have held. We are not done just yet. The Savage will also stop Celery from getting out of maybe Celery. Oh, Q, nice prediction. All right, it's able to catch up the Celery, so at least there will be a third member that does go down.
One of those members that did buy back previously. That's his dieback, even though it's up in another 5 or so seconds. But you could just see how anxious 23 Savage was there, not wanting to full-on commit. He bought back himself, and he's going for a freaking E-Blade, man. He just wants that extra little bit of damage. They want 100 to 0 people with this Rupture Kick combination.
What is this game, dude? What is this game?
I'm happy that we're getting a close one.
Yes, today's been a bit more one-sided. A lot of 2-0s. I don't know if this one's going to be 2-0 as well. Are they just... All right, let's see. What can you do, Talon?
If there was any time to buy out, this is it. I mean, Savage could look to get into that start of the E-Blade pretty soon, but really won't change too much of anything. Second lane of Rax going in their favor. So again, the lanes are passively just going to be helping them somewhat. It's just a matter of, can you afford to wait another 5 minutes? I don't think GG is going to give them that opportunity with Roshan potentially respawning right now. It's pretty quick. 45 seconds and they'll know it's around the top side of the map. Are we getting him? Are we getting the tier 5 items?
We may be. Some big items, though, nonetheless. With the Lincolns, late game Lincolns, 56 minutes in, both Dyrachyo and Ace wanting to go down this route. So this could be just something that catches them by surprise on Talon to mess up a little bit of the spell casting. Have to keep an eye on those Lincolns inside these fights. 4 Lincolns,
what
dude.
allowed Quinn to be, that's what I was saying before, right? If it gets super late, doesn't matter how many ruptures you have if you're just able to Lincoln them constantly. At least it's not the old meta, right? When it was a Medusa with like 4 different Lincolns buffs on her, you actually need to have an element of skill of being able to pop them. Tofu really wants to be able to deward this this Observer, and he's making sure it's Dyrachyo is the one that does it, to not give away too much about their smoke.
Importantly, buybacks are there now. 2 members of Talon.
Not for Talon, though.
Jabs is on the front line. They're going to try and poke at the Bristleback to start. Blinding Light pushes him out of Ace's charge in the middle with an early BKB out of Jabs. It should be okay. Looks like that's all. Mikoto's in.
Rolling Thunder's a big deal. And yeah, look at bottom.
Yeah.
It's pushing in. Someone's going to have to TP back. Do you have the shard on Coddle? You don't. So I want to see if we do see Tofu look to try and pick that one up just so that you can recall Quinn back to the fight if absolutely necessary. And they'll see first that Roshan is up.
I build on Savage is crazy. I know you brought up the Yasha and Kai before. He's got Timeless Relic.
Yep.
Very interesting.
All about
read.
that spell damage, man. Just let the Blood Rage, let the Shard and the Aghanim Scepter do the work.
Yeah, there's the Shard, and as Quinn re-delivered once again, Gladiators, such a power position for them on this high ground with the ward. It is very difficult for Talon to be able to break that. They're just going to have to wait for the lanes to get pushed in. That's the main thing. So they will have to go back eventually.
They've got scouting tools, right? Like you can use the hairball for it. They could use the Sunstrike for it. They could use the Forge Spirits for it. Lots of things, but you just got to be careful on Ollie in particular.
Just patience.
Don't put yourself too far forward. Yep.
Patience, that's it. No glyph.
From Zoe, it is the road to TI. I just want to see them keep a Forge Spirit inside the pit.
And
They will.
All right, one person's back. Jirachi will TP, of course. Again, yes, with the Coddle.
They got the recall. And we got 40 seconds until potential tier 5 items. So not the worst place for GG to be holding up here, up on the top side. Then again, it is going to be moving down bottom in about 30 seconds, right? And you have to be very careful about that if you're Talon, right? Like if you TP down bottom to be able to contest this, yeah they're actually going to set up early. They're not sending those Forge Spirits up onto the high ground, so they don't know about this. So if you TP down, they're already going to be there. And then if you buy back, you're not going to be able to TP there again. So they could once again look to isolate this Talon roster. They've been doing such a good job of it so far, despite not really having the tools to do it. Really nice Sunstrike coming out there from Makoto, predicting the fact that they were already down there. So instead, they TP down to their tier 3 tower, and they're just going to look to run it in. Still would mean that they won't have those buyback TPs. So it's going to be another one of this cat and mouse sort of games where can they just look to wait it out until their TPs are back off cooldown?
Jirachi is not here currently. They're supposed to try and scout and give them really much information. Jirachi is trying to get these neutral items. One will be dropped now.
Aces as well.
Very short, okay. Look at shadows from Savage.
Their shield's not bad for a freaking Rupture.
Is Makoto just trying to see if Jirachi is going to deal with this wave? I guess this is a nice thing where Talon can kind of intercept anyone looking to get to Gaming Gladiator's position.
Yep, they're using the Forge Spirits for the vision around the pit, so they know they're not losing a big objective. Someone's going to have to deal with this, so it's just a question of how are they going to be able to respond to it. It's the siege creep wave as well, right? So someone needs to be addressing a lot of these super creeps that have pushed into the GG base, but they're being patient. They're just getting their tier 5 items, and now it looks like the recall back onto Jirachi, and they're going to try and slip inside.
Quinn did just TP away, though.
They know they're in. They know they're in, but you got recall, man. It's going to be up soon.
So Sunstrike to scout. A little bit split at the moment from Talon. It's not going to matter. Roche just getting poked.
Fallen Sky by Pango. I mean, it's just more time that you're invulnerable, right? Not going to be taking damage from that Rupture, providing a little bit of that extra control that the PA needs.
Spoken about how the Talon have the capability with bottom and mid getting pushed out. You see the same as well with top. It's a big wave that Ollie has to go back to deal with. There's a catapult wave as well, so they don't want to give over this full set of barracks.
At least it's an AA, so you can still have that big team fight impact from the base.
It is, but
they've finally found a little bit of isolation. No one's claimed that Watcher right now.
Quinn, he's not going to mess around. Instant rolling thunder. Looking to get to the back line. There's the Linken's double. Savage, he's in a lot of danger. Jirachi is going to try and close the distance. Savage, can he get any lives? Still back. It's too late for Makoto spellcasting. Still, they will get a return kill. Can Makoto slip under the cover of the invis though? Ace has got the detection. Pulverize slams him into the ground. The buyback to the pivotal thing is they're already back in the middle thanks to Tofu's hell. Can they get any more off the back of this though? Ace is going to try and get onto Jabs. They'll separate themselves. Two fights are breaking out simultaneously. As Jabs uncontested so far, but he's not going to have the mana or the health shortly as well. As the breaks are proving too much of an issue. Look at the mid base though. Makoto, he just bought back, dude. Makoto, this is an all or nothing play. Quinn's going to need some assistance as well. They'll get the TP in from Jabs. They're going for the throne, man. Someone needs to respond.
It happened to them at Riyadh with Liquid. They're trying to see if they can do it themselves.
But they're not going to have the numbers. Jabs is pretty goddamn survivable. Two fights again are happening to Racho. He's not with the boys. There could be an opportunity to Racho and Savage going toe-to-toe. They're going to push him down to the southern side. I mean, back to mid, we see Jabs and Quinn. The BKB protects the Bristol back down to the south we go. Ice Blast connects when is an opportunity for Savage. First Hex is out, and that's all they need. A dieback onto Racho. 2 minutes without your Phantom Assassin. Are you kidding me?
They didn't die on Talon as well. They were somehow able to get away on both Jabs and Mikoto, get away with murder, forcing everyone away back to the base and Q, interrupting the TP return from Dyrachyo as well. And they're still having to be very careful about this, though. They're backing off. They're using the Book of Shadows just to try and give themselves a little bit of a reprieve against the likes of that PA whenever she tries to jump on them.
3v5, who cares? Gladiators have the confidence charging at Talon. They do not want to let this Roche go.
Gotta care a little bit.
80 seconds still to get Roche and also go for the base. This is your best opportunity, Talon, to send us to a game 3.
Yeah, and Mikoto is about to get an Aghanim Scepter for himself as well, you would assume. Just getting himself that little bit of extra control.
Do they go for it?
Being one of the ones that bought back, he's the one to claim the Aegis of the Immortal.
Surely, right? 50 seconds?
60 seconds, yeah. Ollie not with them for now. Just once again, looking to influence this top side of the map.
No way. Oh, no way. They're not going to go for the finishing blow, so we will stick around for a little bit longer. And Die
I've said
has...
it before, and I'll say it again. Late game Dota is where C really shines.
Dude, why is there a Rapier on Oli? What am I looking at? What is this?
Attack from range, Ollie, do it.
It's all or nothing now. You just got to go for it. 25 seconds. Quinn's onto Mikoto, BKB. They want to deal with the Tombstone. What's the call? Messi inside the team fight. There's a lot of damage from Ace. He's trying to control the backline, making space. The throne is now exposed. Talon, they're going to go straight for the Judge Yell with a Stygian Desolator. This base is falling fast. Still Dyrachyo down for 5 seconds, and it's going to be too long. Talon will send us to a deciding game 3. And what fashion to do it in.
What a play from Mikoto and Jabs. The balls on these men, and you can see Celery feels like that's one that got away. You know, they got to those big timings that they needed. They had the solid lanes for themselves. Lanes probably didn't work out the way that they were expecting, but as soon as those Lincolns came up, you see the cheeky little smiles coming out from the Talon boys. They know that this Bloodseeker really was the one to be able to do it for him, but what an early game by Jabs as well to be able to set everything up. This was high quality TI level Dota from both of these teams. It's a shame that one of them is going to be starting in the lower bracket as we're going to be starting to head towards game 3, the first game 3 that we've had of this stage 2 of the playoffs.